who really is the face of Fortnite? With so many creators that could lay claim to that title, like Mr. Savage, Ninja, Cypher PK, Nick A30, the reality is, no matter how popular all these streamers and content creators are, they really don't hold a candle to Cody Conrad, also known as Clix. Whether you hate him or you love him, he really has become the king of Fortnite. If you want to base it off of metrics, you can look at graphs like this and see how he compares to all the other streamers. Or if you simply want to base it off of how much the people love him, there really is nobody that is loved like Clix. While obviously the king of Fortnite has alternated over the years, all these people have really shared that title, but no one has really hit the peak that Clix has at this point. And it makes you wonder, what? He really is one of the most loved content creators within the Fortnite space. I mean, when you see YouTube comments like this, it really just goes to show that there's so much more to this kid than just what you see on the screen. So let's look at the different reasons as to why Clix has gotten this far. The first and most important reason I would say would be his father. While Clix has made it no secret that his parents are divorced and his mother does not support his video game and content creation journey, his father has been the exact opposite. His father has been an absolute role model, has been his rock, his support system, and has done so much for Clix and his career. There's a reason when you're watching the Olympics and you see the most successful people in the world and it pans to their parents, it's always a really powerful father and mother.
As you're going, just keep that energy. One thing you could do once in a while is slow down a little bit.
Your support system is everything. Having someone there to help you and teach you what they've learned to make you even better, you can't top that. And Clix's dad, just like Benji Fishy's mom, have made their own personalities for themselves. They have their own following. Clix's dad is getting the same type of attention Clix is when they go out together. That's got to be such a great bonding experience for them. And it wouldn't have happened if Clix's dad, one, didn't allow for him to take this risk and go after this dream, but at the same time providing him with the structure and framework and support that he needed to get there. Teamwork makes the dream work. And because of this good parenting, it's allowed for him not to crash out like so many other peers of his. There are so many content creators, streamers, really any artist, any musician, actor who crash out because they get too popular too fast. If you're used to being a nerd or a drama kid who gets no attention, who you're always by yourself, and all of a sudden an avalanche of popularity and attention comes your way, you don't typically have the tools to handle all the success, to understand what people really mean when they come out to you, to really gauge if people have your best interests at heart. Dealing and working with people is a skill set of its own. It's its own science. No matter how much fame or attention has come his way, Clix has figured out a way to stay true to himself. For the most part, he's not chasing trends. He's not trying to be someone else. He's just an honest person. He really just says what's on his mind. And because he's secure with himself and confident in his personality, he really isn't seeking validation from anyone but himself. And that's the type of person who's not going to be manipulated in the wrong ways. And part of not crashing out is making sure you don't speed up too fast. And the next reason why Clix is where he is today is because Clix focused on having a slow and steady, gradual pace to the top. Granted, he did become pretty popular pretty fast. He wasn't exactly an overnight success. But since Clix has been here from the beginning, since he's seen it all, since he's been a part of so many elements of this Fortnite journey, he's able to relate with so many different groups as well. Clix literally breathes, eats, sleeps, just the kid is Fortnite, and that's why people who love Fortnite love Clix. Unless you hate his antics, which leads us right into our next reason. Clix is no stranger to controversy or drama, and it has been a big part of who he is. I mean, naturally, as a young kid navigating all this success, he's not going to be perfect. There have definitely been times where he's been tested, and there have been times where he could have done things that may have jeopardized his entire career. But because of what we talked about in the past, he seemed to be doing a great job of getting past them and growing even further. Bad publicity is good publicity. And in today's social media viral age, that rings more true than it really ever has. If you can create enough noise, create enough issues that it goes viral and you grow so much from it and then you can profit from it, that's worth it to so many creators. Let's take Michael Jordan, for example. His very first Nike shoe was actually illegal in the NBA. You couldn't wear a shoe that didn't have at least 51% white in it. So what did Michael Jordan do? He wore it anyways because Nike told him they'll pay the fine every game, just wear it because we're going to use the publicity, and the amount of sales that it generates from people seeing them on Jordan's feet will completely outweigh the fines they'll be paying the league anyways. That same concept applies to so many social media creators today. Think about how much drama is really used to further people's popularity. It's almost disgusting when you think about what some of these streamers and content creators are doing just to get more likes. And that's where Clix has done a really good job. While yes, he's been cringe at times, he's never really gone too far. There's a huge difference in someone that uses gimmicks that actually has a real genuine service or product they're just trying to get attention to, versus someone who can't create a real product but all they do is just create gimmicks. Clix has figured out how to engage in drama or some level of controversy and come out on top each time. And he's been involved in some pretty funny situations when you look back in hindsight. For example, back in early 2023 during FNCS, Clix got banned because one of his stream snipers actually threw out a pizza identifying himself as a stream sniper. When Clix got banned for this, This sent everyone into an absolute frenzy. I mean, half the people who hated him were like, yes, good, see, he broke the rules, you can't do that. And other people were thinking, what the heck? It wasn't even his fault. But what Clix found out that day was when you're as popular as him, they're going to use you as the example. Or another example, back in 2021, Epic actually reached out to him and said, hey, if you keep wagering for games, we're going to ban you. We all remember how upset people got when they started banning wagers. And then, of course, you have situations like him and Sommerset. It's absolutely amazing and a credit to both of them for playing into what people wanted to happen, and they both got to grow so much. It makes you realize people like Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, they're not really together because they love each other. They're together because they love money, and being together generates money. And money brings us to the final reason why Clix has really become the absolute undeniable king to Fortnite. Everyone knows you either focus in competitive or you focus in content creation, because the skill floor in competitive in Fortnite is so high that if you're not fully focused on competitive, practicing 8 hours a day, you just can't keep up. So you either put your time into competitive or you put your time into creation, trying to create actual content and things that generate emotion versus competition. But what Clix figured out early on was that he could do a little bit of both and succeed. And he's so naturally talented at the game that he doesn't require as much practice as all these other people do. He can take some of that time and use it to create content. And now that he's such a big empire, he can just pay people to create the videos at this point. But Clix figured it out early on. He knew if he could get his gameplay, his personality, his antics in front of a camera while also maintaining his relevance within the competitive scene, he would have such an advantage over his peers. He was excelling in both competition, making money, ranking up, going through the leaderboards. And it's not like he's just having some success in local cash cups or doing these things in small tournaments. There really is no one within Fortnite that has more pressure on their shoulders than Clix. Every single tournament, every single event he goes to, everyone knows, everyone is looking towards him to take the victory. It's kind of like how everyone used to treat Topher, but at the same time generating content that was making people flock to him, like you would say like Aiden Ross. He found this perfect middle ground to where he could connect and relate to so many of his fans through IRL content and IRL videos, but while at the same time maintaining his foundational base with Fortnite and not leaving it, giving those people what they want. There just really isn't anyone else in the space like Clix right now. He's just so honest, he's just so out of control, but at the same time, if you really know him behind the camera, he's really such a humble, good guy. It's honestly so interesting and endearing watching him react to other streamers talk about him, because you can tell he really cares. He just wants to be accepted and successful in this industry. He wants his peers to respect him. So when he sees people like Nick-A30 or Ninja just jump down his throat, it offends him because he assumes they understand what he's going through, what he's trying to build.
Oh, like, this is what I'm talking about, bro. I don't even want to play with you anymore, to be honest.
But at the same time, I'm sure there's a lot of creators that are pretty jealous of him that might sometimes display a little bit of hate because they're actually just jealous. And that's what makes Clix like the LeBron James of Fortnite. And there you have it. That is why Clix is the current king of Fortnite, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. As always, hit that subscription button and turn on notifications. Go out there and do something great.